talking about
the bazongas.
What does that even mean?
Oh, he finally asks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love this this skit.
Why do you have to make everything so weird? Forget
I came over as quickly as I could.
We were talking about bazongas, so I walked over the burning fire at the heart of manhood.
There are times to play it cool, but a man who fears his own passions is no man at all.
Yes, exactly what I was trying to do.
Alvin, shut
You
up.
know what we're talking about? Then you will never know bazongas. You have to want it, Jude. You have to need it. Then teach me about bazongas. I can barely hear you. You have to mean it. Teach me about bazongas.
Whoa! Don't go shouting things like that. Don't scold him, Leia. I read about this.
Jude's not very.
No, he doesn't know what bazongas are.
Don't hate us.
There's no
Don't hate us. There's no shame in being burned by the fire of manhood.
I get the feeling that like all the way up until like he met Mila, he had no interest in anybody of the opposite sex his entire life.
He's so oblivious he doesn't realize Leia wants his dick super bad. That's how oblivious he is. He's known Leia for his entire life, for all 15 of his years, and doesn't get it.
No, I haven't heard this story.
So that's basically his only what is it? His only what's the word I'm looking for? His only similarities to like typical shonen protagonist is that he's just denser than a brick. A brick made out of more bricks.
Yeah, same thing with the main character of High School Babysitters, but I would argue that the character in High School Babysitters has more going on in his life than he has time to pay attention to girls.
Jude technically does too. He's a doctor. He's a child genius. Remember, he was doing regular doctor work while he was still a med student. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Also, his parents were assholes, so maybe that's part of it. Maybe having a cold, unforgiving father like made him not know what love is.
Oh, Ryuichi does not have that excuse. I mean, his parents may be kinda dead, but that's a whole nother thing.
His parents are only dead. Whatever. That's normal. That's normal, shonen protagonist thing.
Oh, he's definitely Bishoujo.
Oh, Demon Fang! Oh, get fucked!
That Demon Fang should be the size of this city.
No, he had to tone it down. He's in the city. He doesn't want to ruin his city. It's his city. But that Demon Fang was pretty big. He had to cut loose a little bit with that one. Just a little bit. Release the first level of restraint.
Oh, I'm just gonna. I'll take off my level 1 limiter.
Release Cromwell restriction level 1.
Oh, it's freezing. There's so much snow. I can't.
Right direction or not, we'd better keep moving before we freeze.
Oh, Tipo. Fucking jelly bean. He's probably one of my favorite mascot characters from the Tales series. Like, a lot of other ones are fucking annoying. Or they just don't talk, so it doesn't matter. Like Quickie from Eternia.
Mila, the castle
You
is
played
this
that
way.
one, didn't you? The PSP one? Well, I mean, you probably remember it as Destiny 2, but that's not its real name.
I played it for like
10 minutes? Gotcha.
2 hours or something.
10 minutes. 10 minutes! Gotcha.
Shouldn't we help them?
Quickie is a little squirrel-looking thing that protects the caster girl while she's casting things.
We have to save His Highness.
I remember in that game that I had immediately switched over to playing as Punch Girl and not Sword Guy.
People really do love him.
If I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
mistaken,
she's pretty
the
cool.
job here is still to help Mila win.
Farah.
Let's go, Leia.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. I don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna jump in. We're gonna take people out. Nope, you just jump down and you get in there. All the way down.
I was looking for things.
There are no things.
No, you know, like secret hidden things that might be there.
Nope. I'm gonna bust down these doors. Take
them.
these wyverns.
Get them Durgans.
Get them wyverns. And then this scene.
We must commandeer the bridge.
You just get to steal a fucking battleship.
That it up there?
Who's gonna fly it? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's got, I don't know, some kind of instruction manual.
Repel the hostiles!
We'll have to fight our way through.
Fun fact, in Monster Hunter, the only things that are classified as dragons are the Elder Dragons. Everything else is a type of wyvern or leviathan.
Summon that black hole.
Including the guy whose nickname is the World Eater. Oh, he's just a wyvern. He's not an Elder Dragon.
Come on, how many soldiers does this tug carry?
All of them. All of the soldiers. Yeah.
Let's split into two groups. One group can run over to the bridge and bring the ship to ground level.
Good idea. That way Gaius and his crew can reinforce us. Then we can break through these troops.
All right, then the question is who shall go?
Oh man.
Who's gonna do the thing?
Yeah. Who? I wonder who. It could literally be anybody.
Ah ha 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 ha. Hey, he's gotta, you know, make up for that. See, like, not even the bad guys aren't taking him seriously, but he's got to make up for that bullshit he pulled.
I'm still waiting for it.
What?
Him making up for that bullshit that he pulled.
Oh, he'll never make up for it.
Idiot survived.
Hit the showers, fraud. The curtain just closed on you. I'm the new star.
Still calls Jude a fraud, even though he literally fucked
I'll
everything.
rest. I could use a breather.
All you have to do is sandbag his hate boner, and he just...
I know, Jude's obliviousness works in these moments where he just sandbags all of Ivor's hate.
Let you play the hero? Anyway.
You've gotten pretty good at
Just kinda popped into my head.
Jude knows what he did too, it's great.
Maybe he's obsessed with you now, but he can pull his own way.
Crawl's like an unholy abomination
Let's go.
of this world. Quick, can
Remember that time in Fies, when Sawada just jumps off the bridge with
like an hideous abomination that doesn't belong in this world.
That's so great.
Ivor is not Sawada though.
Oh no, I wish.
Finally.
That'd be too good.
Drop your weapons and surrender.
Hey, look, I found the button that does things.
Ivor, set us down on the ground.
What do you think I'm trying to do? Fly loop-de-loops? This button maybe? No?
Press all the buttons, Ivor. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Don't press the super obvious boss button.
Huh, better press this super obvious activate the self-defense mechanisms button.
What do you do this time?
Hopeless as usual.
Business as usual.
Quite a predicament.
Can you tell us anything about these things?
Now's hardly the time to chat. You're under attack.
Ah, thanks, Muse. Fantastic.
Hey, sometimes in the team you need somebody who just states the obvious.
I mean, I guess.
I guess they did something.
Yeah, they did Fatal Circle. Oh, it's so cool.
I did it!
You know what's really cool is if you do that Judgment Gate enough times, if you hold down the circle button while it's going on, it'll delay the explosion and do more hits. I don't know if you've reached that number, but you do that move a lot, far more than I did.
We'll take over from here.
Far more than I ever did.
Gaius
I don't think I ever touched Sunspark after I got it.
I hardly ever remember that things happen the more you use them.
Yeah.
Lady Mila, are you unharmed?
Yes.
Lady Mila.
Everyone but you.
Thanks to everybody but you.
That line is the best.
Oh man.
I can see it now. Like Ivor's there, and then Jude does a thing, and he helps and whatever. And Mila's just like, "Wow, Jude, thank you. You really helped me out back there." And Ivor's just like, "What about me?" Thanks, Jude. You did everything out there.
Oh man. Oh man, that stupid bit where they're talking on the walkie-talkie, and then they hear reports of them capturing Ivar.
It may take a few hours.
Oh.
Wow, and no one cared as we move along.
Looks like we still have some time.
Blood for the Blood God, skulls for the Skull Throne.
Let's rest until then.
Ivor's just back there doing his jazzercises. Stretching out his calves and thighs.
Oh yeah, I get to see a couple of cutscenes, and by a couple I mean I don't know, 4, and then all
of them. You get to see all of them.
Are the others around?
I think the only one that I actively looked for was the one between Wingle
Still trying to
and
figure out why Zhao saved
Rowan.
yeah, Rowan.
Mila and Rowan were in
Wingle's just a prick.
They were like dead
He's
guys
all
telling
right.
no tales. That's not true. They didn't say
I always
it
like
was
the Alvin scenes with Pressa.
Tipo-'s got a point though. When someone passes away,
Oh, I
his
definitely
secrets
didn't
die
find
with
that.
But
Uh,
I remember
it's just
something
more
my
about
parents told
them
me once.
expanding upon their past
They said
and
that
whatever.
people who die are reborn as spirits.
Is it just a thing where it's like she was his girlfriend when he first came down here?
Definitely not when he first came down
That
here.
means we have to protect
Because when he first came down here, he was like 8.
Nah, around that time.
No, she eventually they basically enacted the plot of Mr. and Mrs. Smith for a while, and then they broke up.
Oh yeah. The logical conclusion of that relationship.
Yeah. Unlike Mr. and Mrs. Smith, where it all ends happily or whatever, Alvin and Pressa break up because of Alvin's lies. Because Alvin's a lying liar who lies.
And a betrayer, can't forget that.
Well, like I said, a lying liar who lies.